Any director on set? Can action already? Okay. Okay.
Rolling.
Camera rolling?
Cam roll.
Cam
Cam
roll?
1, Cam 3,
Rolling?
Cam 2.
Sound okay? Sound okay? Okay. Hi guys, I'm Jian Li. So I'm currently in FSV, year 2 of FSV. I'm not sure if you guys know this course. Anyone of you know this course? Huh? Nobody know ah? Wow. Oh no.
Now they will know.
FSV in Ngee Ann Poly. Everybody know? Okay, so I don't know if it's a tradition or what, but for us, a lot of us, when we went into DAV, which is the previous course, all of us had our ultimate goal for Poly was FSV. Because FSV is where directors like Anthony Chen, Ilo, you all should know. Ilo, anybody? Really? Nobody know? Okay, you all must watch. Please watch more movie. Because when you go Poly, you'll watch a lot of movies. Okay. Nobody know? You sure? They don't know? Ilo. Wow, guys. You all don't know? Our best local movie, Ilo. Please go and watch. That's one of the best movies. Okay. So, okay, yes. So in FSV we have, I'll share a little bit about the course. We have similar modules and lesson like what you guys have, but more advanced and it's more theory based. So in IT you guys have a lot of practical, right? But there's a different ball game in Poly. You have more theory, so you need to study more. You have things like film history, so you need to watch like black and white movie. I guess some of you is going to sleep now already when you think of that. But yes, there's a lot of courses like this. I mean, a lot of modules like this. So it's actually really tough lah, I'll say. So if you guys want to go Poly, please be prepared lah. Please be prepared. Be ready to have, I would say, sleepless night or like stressful moments. Is really stressful compared to ITE. So I want to come back to ITE lah. Yeah, I think it's really fun here. I mean, it's like a thing like when you go secondary, you want to go back to primary. When you go to ITE, you want to go back to secondary. Now, okay, maybe no for some. I see one of them shaking their head. Yeah, but yeah, be ready. Okay. So out of school context, I will share with you guys a little bit about how industry is like. Not only with Desmond from SUCCESSPEDIA, which is also my boss. Okay. I'll also share with you. Before I enter SUCCESSPEDIA, I was actually a freelancer. Any one of you all should know what's freelancer, right? Yeah, okay. I see a lot of head shaking. That's good. Okay. Okay, so I worked freelance for about 3 years. Yes, about 3 years. So as a freelancer, I started as a freelancer when I was midway in ITE year 2. Around there I started doing freelance. So what was my biggest objective being a freelancer is, I'll probably emphasize this thing throughout the whole talk, which is the portfolio. So that's really important. Not only, you can even start now, like frankly speaking, you can even start now. Yeah, I have the door-to-door mentality, which, can any one of you guess how did I get my first job? Anyone? Any answers? Wrong. My first official job. Any answers? Any guess? How did I get my first job? Wrong. How did I find my first job? First job. Yes, first job. Okay. Sorry? No, wrong. Okay, so my first ever job that I got was a Malay wedding shoot as the second cam, and how I got the job was on a forum. Yes, so I'm not sure if anyone of you know, but actually you can get media related job on forum. So like what I mentioned, I had a door-to-door mentality. So I always go out and seek for opportunities, which Desmond will share a bit later about how I met him. I go out, seek for opportunities. I go out to build my portfolio and to really be out there. Yeah, so I hope you guys will also you know, if you really have the burning passion for this industry, please go and do it. No matter now, even like your September holiday, go and work something out. You all can see the TV, right? Okay, so this project was actually one of my freelance project. This is the trailer, but eventually this became a 2-episode documentary. It's a very raw and genuine and just very raw type of documentary. And this is the trailer for it, so I would like to show it to you guys.
Racing is a mental game. Road adventure is like race car, a bit faster than what you can rent. Always mind you, it's always in mind. Early to do your thing, the track open and the speed level.
You will get into that time is always trying to be smooth.
Now is the time to just put in the hard work.
I think if you give them 1.5 time to drive the parts, I'm sure all of them can be a good driver.
And the best many.
Yes. Okay, I'll move a bit awkward sitting down.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, cam 3, okay, follow me please. Okay, yes, so so this is one of my freelance project, if you guys can see. This is I would say one of my biggest projects. So, how did I end up at this stage or at this level? It's really about, like I emphasize again, it's really about portfolio. Any one of you here has started like doing, let's say, a bit of exposure workout or just intern or anything related to media out of school? Any one of you? A bit? A few lah. Okay, I see a few of you. Yes. So the rest of you, please, you know, go and do something, you know, out of school, because so much so your lecturers can help you, can teach you. But at the end of the day is what you guys really want. So a little sharing about how I came into ITE and eventually into Poly was before I'm from NA, so I got a grade of 15 points. So with a 15 points, you can either go Sec 5 or you can go higher Nitec. There's a DPP option. So why did I still went to Nitec? Yeah, I think everybody will think I'm crazy lah. Why you can go higher Nitec? Why are you gonna risk 4 years going into Nitec? But why I went was before I even went to Nitec, I already made a choice. I want to go into this industry. I want to do cam. I want to do media related stuff. So that's why I came to this course. And seeing you guys having all these facilities, which is amazing, with like LED and we won't get hot, and like your cage, having this studio and having your own iMac, is really different when I was in DAV back in West. We shared one iMac, 2% shared one iMac. Yeah, yes. So imagine you guys have a 4-hour lesson and you only get to use 2 hours before you need to pass to your friend. Then sometimes you guys will be even, not say fighting lah, but you'll be like, hey, faster finish. I want to do my work. You know, so you guys are really, I would say, I can't emphasize how much, but you guys are really fortunate. And also with the cage that you guys have, I think ours, not even 1/3 of what you guys have, or even way lesser than that. When we had competition, we had to borrow equipment from Mr. James, Mr. Allen. We had to fight for equipment. So like when we had our FIP or like competition outside, where there is multiple groups in our cohort who went for a competition, everybody will be fighting for equipment. So equipment was always, how do I phrase it, was never enough lah. Not saying never enough, but we had to really make use of what we have. Compared to you guys now, you guys have way more than us. Yeah, so do you all feel fortunate? Yeah. Thanks bro. Yeah, thanks for responding. Okay, but yes, you guys have way more equipment. So I hope you guys really take that as something that you guys appreciate a lot lah. Yeah, I can't emphasize how much. Next, I will show you something that I did as a personal project. So what happens when I don't find work during my holiday? What happens when I don't find work? What happens when I don't find client? Or what happens when I don't find people who want to give me work? I got no portfolio, I got nothing. What should I do? So I went to find people. I went to, had a door-to-door mentality. I went to find people, and I went to did a trailer, which it almost went into a 4-episode documentary, but COVID strikes, so I only done up the trailer. So I hope can let y'all take a look.
I was only a kid when I told my mom I want to be a DJ. And today, I am.
DJ Mas is a tenacious person.
DJ Mas is P-E-A-C-E. Peace.
Nas is a gentleman.
Jonas is a person who has depth in everything that he does.
We often get caught up in the late nights, busy schedule, and exciting lifestyle. The sacrifices that comes with it goes unnoticed. The secret to success is never giving up. The big city makes you weak. Only the strong survive. I'm grateful for the chances, the risks, the places, the people. It made me who I am today. My name is DJ Mas, and this is my true story.
Yes. So this was my own personal project that I had, and you guys have September holiday coming up, right? So any plans? Any plans? Project? Oh yeah, you guys have project. Okay. So okay, but yes, that can be also your portfolio. That can also be your portfolio. So please work out on your portfolio, and I want to share a little bit about EAE and how I got into Poly from ITE. So you guys know about EAE? Okay, I think a lot of you know. And a raise of hand, how many one of you want to go Poly after this? Okay, make sure everybody raise their hand. Okay, raise up. Okay, maybe some of you don't want. Okay, but it's really your choice how you want to choose the route to who you're gonna be in 5 years. It's really your choice. So if you don't want to go Poly, I wouldn't say it's a wrong thing. If you want to go NS first, go ahead, because there's so many routes you can go to be someone successful in the future. So going to EAE, I had to show a lot of my portfolio and get like those written statements from my lecturers and stuff. So those are really important. When I went to EAE, I went with one of my classmates, Ming Xuan, one of my friends, which the lecturers will know. Me and Ming Xuan went in as a DAB students together with one FLM and another was from some hospitality course. So when we went in, it was very tense now, I would say. Okay, I think I was like the second to share. So Ming Xuan, my friend, he shared his portfolio first. It was amazing. The interviewers was like amazed by what he had, and they were like really happy. Straight away you can tell the chances of him going in to Poly into FSB is way higher with his portfolio, the things that he showed, which I hope you guys are preparing. And for me, I had my portfolio too, but it wasn't as great as his. So it was like very static. Okay, so it was static throughout, but I still got in. Okay, so I'm lucky. And lastly, which I don't want you guys to be like, which is one guy from the guy from hospitality. He showed his acting portfolio. Yes, he showed his acting portfolio. So it's totally not what FSC lecturers want. So so eventually he didn't got in, and you can tell from the look of the interviewers, they were relatively disappointed and they weren't impressed about it. Especially for FSG course, you are behind the camera, you are not always in front. So prepare the portfolio, be ready for it, and when you go in, you know what you want to say, what you want to show, because it's really limited. The time that you have is really limited. And I think just now, when the previous session, me and Desmond asked me a question, which is what are the sacrifices I made. I want to give tell you guys a bit before I show my last video is time. Time is what I sacrifice most. One of my longest shoot was actually 2 weeks straight. It was, it's okay, you just, yes, this one just show how, a later display. But yeah, so one of my project was actually 2 weeks straight. So as a freelancer, I went to Thailand to shoot. From Thailand, I went to KL to shoot. And from KL, I went back to Singapore to shoot. So that was 2 weeks straight. So imagine how tiring it was and exhausting it was. But that time is something that in this industry you will sacrifice for future lah. You sacrifice your time now, but it's gonna make things better in the long run. Yeah. So I would like to show one last video, which is when I'm in Poly year 1, one of my year 1 FYP. I'll show from half of it because it's about 30 minutes long and I don't want you guys to get bored out. But basically the genre is action and I'll just show you the last part of it. Okay.
Loading.
Yeah, so this one part. So what's the point of showing this video is when you're in school, there are so much things you can do. You can explore, you can shoot, you can pitch it to your lecturers. There's so much ideas and things that you can do in school. But when you're out in the industry, you don't have this anymore. If you want to do it, you need to invest in your own film. And how much would that cost? Maybe 10K, 20K for a short film, all this. Yeah, so when you're in school, not only in ITE, be creative and really try out things that you guys want to try out, because I can't emphasize how much school can let you, do these kind of things. But of course, there's still rules, still certain limits to it, but be bold and try things out. Yeah. And I want to end it off with just a short message for you guys is appreciate what you have, the resources, the lecturers, because in Poly, lecturers is not, you can't form the friendship with lecturers. I wouldn't say you can't, but it's different. It's different when you're with lecturers in Poly compared to when you're in ITE. They are willing to help you if you want to, if you want to go out and have more exposure, get opportunities, please, I would say, please approach your lecturers. They will be more than happy to, to give you the opportunities, to find the opportunities for you. But it's the hunger that you want. Yeah, it's the hunger that you want to go out, whether you want to go out or not. When I was in ITE, every time when Mr. Allen or Miss Rhoda or any of our lecturers in ITE ask, hey, you want this shoot? Got this intern, you want to go? Or this competition, this photography competition, I would say 99% of the time I say yes. Because this is what also builds my portfolio. Yeah, and yeah, last thing is I can't emphasize how much portfolio is really important in this industry. So please work hard for your portfolio. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm just curious, when I'm talking, you are hearing from the speaker, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm literally the speaker. Okay, never mind, you don't get it. Okay, so lame jokes, right? Old man lame jokes. How do I look young? I look young, huh? I'm near 40s. Very, very near. Okay, hint, hint. Alright, so very good morning to all of you. It's wonderful to be here with Jian Li. Okay, so Jian Li is actually one of our long-term staff in SUCCESSPEDIA Asia that we have invested in. Alright, so later I will share a bit on what SUCCESSPEDIA, why we decided to take Jian Li in as our investment on him for the growth of the company. Alright, so I'm Desmond. I'm the co-founder of SUCCESSPEDIA Asia. SUCCESSPEDIA Asia is actually a very simple platform that I started 2 years ago to gather stories of Asia. Alright, people from Asia, across Asia, so that they can share their stories, they can share their struggles, they can share their disappointment, they can share their journey and the path towards success of who and how they ended up being, you know. Alright, so this is purely with a sole purpose of making the journey of every one of you less lonely. Now, why do I say less lonely? When you look at Jian Li, alright, he is someone who made it through ITE, right? He is someone who made it through ITE and then ended up in Poly, am I right? Now, if I were to get someone from Poly, right, who has never gone through ITE, to come here and stand here and to tell you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that to get to Poly, do you think you will buy that? No, right? Because all of you are different. That includes me. I'm different. And when I tell you certain things, it may not make sense to you. But I will let you know why everything that I'm going to say makes sense to you. Okay? Before I started SUCCESSPEDIA Asia, that was 2 years ago, right? All right? I was in the education line. I was a teacher. And then so now, see, the first thing in your mind, teacher, very smart one, teacher knows it all, can do everything. Before I was a teacher, I was in the army. Okay, I served 7 years in the army, right? Then you must be thinking, wow, in the army, very, very regimental one, very disciplined one, confirm can do a lot of things one. No chao keng, no this, no that one, no? Follow the law by law, okay? But before I went into the army, I failed my O-levels. See, nothing already. I failed my O-levels, okay? I said this to many, many people. I said this to all my students back when I was a teacher in a secondary school. I said this to my N-level students. And I don't think you're going to like this. You might want to give me a slap after this whole thing, right? But this question is rather dumb. But I'm going to ask this. Have any one of you taken O-levels? Yes? Alright? Now, at least now I don't feel lonely. I don't feel alone. Because, now, okay, why do I ask this question? Because you don't have to fail O-levels like me. At least for me, do you know how badly I failed my O-levels? I failed with 5 F9s. Right? 5 F9s, okay? Do you know what are the only 2 subjects I passed? Make a guess. Yes, English. And my what? Huh? Mother tongue? No, I failed my mother tongue. I failed my mother tongue. I passed my art. Right? In fact, I scored A's for my art. Yeah, and it was the only A in my whole entire life. Yeah, okay. So it was so bad. It was so bad that I had to sign on to go into the army. Alright? And when I was in the military, I spent my day training, and then at night I'm studying. So can you imagine that? So, and that particular year, the following year, I passed my O-levels. Okay, because I wanted it so badly. And I think that's the same thing for Jian Li. Alright? He made it to Poly not because he is talented. Not that I'm saying he's not talented, he's very talented. But I dare to tell you that if he doesn't want it that badly, with all the talent that he has, he's not going to make it into Poly. Okay? Now, hard work, talent, everything comes hand in hand. Now you can have someone, how many of you play basketball or play soccer here? Football? Football? Soccer? Sports? Right? You know this, right? If you're a very talented player, but if you don't work hard, no, you're not going to make it. You see, she's shaking her head. It's true. Now this theory applies to every single thing that you do. Now, if you are talented in cooking, okay, if you are talented in cooking, but you're not willing to work hard to purchase the right ingredients, do you think you will make the best dish? It's the same theory, right? So it's the same theory for the media industry. And everywhere, whatever you do. So if Jian Li didn't want it so badly, okay, he wouldn't have spent, just now what did he say? He said he sacrificed a lot of his time. He sacrificed a lot of his time. If he's not going to want it so badly, he's not going to sacrifice his time. And the amount of time he sacrificed, and I can vouch for that. All right, and that's the reason why we invested in him. And that's the reason why we wanted him so badly with us in SUCCESSPEDIA Asia. Do you know how we met? I was on a panel session. I was seated as a panelist. All right, I was giving talk about esports related media content making matters. So right after, my volume suddenly went up. Okay, because I bent down. Okay, so right after the panel session, a lot of people came to me to ask questions. But there was one boy, okay, now he's no longer a boy, okay, man, right? Yeah. But there was one young chap that stayed there and waited for me towards the end. It was very late. I think about more than 45 minutes after the session ended. And he was still there, sitting there waiting for me. And right after that, before I was about to leave, he came to me. And he started sharing, asking me a lot of things. I can't remember exactly what he asked, but we had a long conversation. He started sharing with me his portfolio. He started sharing with me what he's doing. Started sharing with me his background, what he wished to do, what he's going to do next, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And that particular night, I went home late because of him. Thanks, huh? So I had the impression, and I remember that. And right after that, I think I texted him the next day. I said to him, hey, I think I have opportunities. I may not be able to pay you well because I'm a startup. At that point of time, that was 1 year back. My company is not making a lot of money, all right? So I cannot even pay myself properly. But now we can, all right? So, but I told him, but we may have opportunities, you know. Do you want, you know, I cannot pay you a lot, but I can bring you along for places. Then I can buy you food. I can pay for your food. I can pay for your airfare if you are flying overseas. You know, opportunities. Now, the first thing first, in a lot of people's mind, if I were to tell that to an adult or someone who doesn't want it so badly, first thing, how much you going to pay me? Oh, no money. $50 per hour, too little. I don't want. Okay. Oh, you're going to pay me for food only. Then how about my pay? No pay. Don't want. No, he didn't. This young chap here immediately said, yes, he is very open. He wants opportunity. He wants to explore more things with me. And because of that, the next project, immediately I flew him to Thailand with me. That was the first thing that we did. We flew to Thailand. We did the largest motor show in Thailand, in Asia. We were there filming for that motor show. All right. And then, so when we came back, more opportunities came until he went back to school. And then that was when I allowed him to focus on his studies, and we stopped using his service for quite a bit of time until this year. All right, we managed to get him back during his holidays. But the better thing is that because he put in such effort, he wanted it so badly. Okay, so I think so that's the thing in life. If you want it so badly, you will go for it, and you have to instill this in your mind. He instilled that. Today he is with SUCCESSPEDIA Asia. Holiday, right? When he goes back to school, he will still continue. He will still be continued to be paid on monthly basis. Of course, he has to work, okay? But without jeopardizing whatever project he has on hand, I already told him, so he knows priority is his projects, okay? And then after that, the deliverables for the company without jeopardizing, because I want him to ace. And even after he graduates, I already have a position ready for him. And even after his NS, National Service, the position will still be there. Unless my company, no more lah, huh? Okay, choy tachut, okay, right? Yeah. But I think having said all this, the question is always, how much do you want? Why are you here? I know why I'm here. I know why I'm here. In fact, I offered myself to be here because I wanted to share this with all of you. I wanted to share this. I think it's very important. You guys are the next generation. Please don't undermine yourself as, hey, I'm ITE. I know the stigma, okay, because I used to teach in a secondary school. And I know the stigma because when I failed my O-levels, during Chinese New Year, everyone looks at me like I'm a big fat failure. You know, people think that I will never be someone, who am I, where I will be, you know, even until today. And so I'm very happy, I'm very proud to co-found and to be the founder, part of the founding team, right, to start SUCCESSPEDIA Asia. I'm very proud. Even if the company is not, even if I'm not driving a big car, I know I'm changing something in the society. But I know what I want. So I know why I'm here. So my question to all of you, do you know why you are here? Do you know why you want to be in the film industry? Do you want to be in the film industry? Do you want to go poly? And how much you want? And I can tell you honestly, not everyone gets to. How many gets to? Sorry, how many students gets to go poly on the average?
My batch was, we had like 70 plus students, right? I think only 4 or 5 made it. Yeah. Yes. So, and sorry to cut Desmond, but one thing is when you're at poly, there's so much echo. Okay. One thing when you're at poly, a lot of people appreciate IT students. Really, they appreciate IT students. So please don't think like just because you're in IT now, then it's bad. When you look at the future, when you're in poly, everyone is appreciating you. Yeah.
So the numbers may not be very optimistic. Okay. I think I know everyone in the mind is like, oh my goodness, like all of you here. So it's like all of you vying for that position. But I can tell you upfront, okay, I can tell you upfront that despite this industry is a lot skills related, this industry is a lot of portfolio related. Doesn't mean you don't make it. I'm not trying to encourage all of you not to make it. I hope all of you make it. I really hope. But you have to put in your best. You have to build a portfolio because the portfolio matters. I know because my next interview, I'm going to bring in interns from this school. The first thing, the two of us look at each other and I look at my partners, I look at my team. The first thing we have in mind is that we are going to look at the portfolio. We want to hear from them. We want to know how hard they are going to sacrifice, how much they want it. And we base on these two factors. How much you want it and how good is your portfolio. Or if not, we can have someone with an average portfolio but they want it so badly, then we will take him because we know we can groom this guy. I cannot groom someone who doesn't want it. He can be talented, but he doesn't want it. You know, he gives up. Hey, I'm not going to do it. I can't. I think it's the same for your teachers in this school. You're not going to learn. You're not going to learn if you don't want it. I think if you really want it, you know. Anyway, all of you learn your Premiere Pro through your teachers' lesson books, everything, right? Do you know how I learned mine? I spent 2 months in front of my computer, not knowing anything. I had to go Google everything. I had to YouTube everything. I had to stay up overnight to learn. Yeah, okay. YouTube was my best friend at that point of time. For 2 months, I picked up every single skills. I learned how to cut echoes. I learned how to, I learned how to, what's that term?
I think just basically Premiere Pro.
Okay, yeah, just basically Premiere Pro. Okay, yeah, or like cutting the background, ambience, yes. So I learned the hard way. Okay, I learned the hard way. I pay lots of money to engage a small team. And then when they go out, when I go out with them, I see them recording ambience. And I start asking, sorry, why you record ambience? So I thought it was really like recording ambience to put in like the animal, the elephant, then the lion, you know. But I learned all this myself. I had no one to teach me. You know, all of you have the luxury of your lecturers, your teachers here. They are here. If you have something, please just go and ask them. And I think the next best thing is the equipment.
No.
We went to your cage. Oh my goodness.
Like heaven, you really be like, wow.
Yeah, the first thing, the first word in my mind wasn't heaven, but it is heaven. The first thing was, wow, rabak. Oh my goodness. This is the place that I want to be, that all the equipments that I need. But when Jian Li came to me, we don't have this kind of equipment. So when you go out into working society, you will not have this kind of equipments. So when is the best time for you to build a strong portfolio with the right equipments? Now. It is the time now. It's no better time than this. Right after this, when you graduate, when you go poly, I mean, of course, when you go poly, you still have equipments, right? But if you go out into society, you don't have that. I started my company with a A6500. Yeah, small one. It's not even a full frame. It's not even a full frame. I had a gimbal, a stabilizer. It wasn't even Zhiyun. It was a very cheap Fei Yun. Alright? And yeah, I struggle with my laptop. He sees how my laptop crashes. Alright? I cannot do big projects. I took on a big project once, and then after that I got to pay the client money. Cannot deliver because the system is not there. You don't get the system that you have in future, well, what you have now, unless you get into a big company, okay? Definitely I'm a small company. Very small, very small. Okay? But we know why we exist. And I think all of you have to know why you are here, how much you want it, and how to go forward. But before I end off, okay, I don't want to overrun, but so I'm just going to share this quote. Yeah, these are the questions I wanted to ask all of you, Okay, why are you here? What do you hope to be, and what is success to you? I think these are the questions you can start asking yourself. And yeah, okay, sorry, not this. Yeah, this is me. Is it good looking? You got to say yes because I'm standing here. You got to say yes. If you want to say ugly, please say it after I leave the school. Maybe. Okay. Okay, alright, thank you. So, but what is best about this is not my face, it's the quote below, okay? That's when I was a teacher for 8 years. I always end all my lesson with this. And I strongly believe it, and it is the reason why SUCCESSPEDIA Asia stands today. Even through COVID, when I don't make a single cent, I'm losing money, I make sure that it survives, it is here for this purpose, alright? If you believe, you work hard, you persevere, you eventually find a unique success of your own. And that success doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to anyone here. It belongs to you. It can be making it into poly. It can be even just graduating from ITE. It is a success. Correct? It is a success. It can be even completing your final year project. It is your success. Alright? People define success differently. I don't drive a big car, but I don't define my success with a big car. Right? I drive a family car. Everyone, 7 of us share the car. Sadly. But at least my family, 7 of us shares a car. That's success. But some people want a big car. So you got to know what is your success and define your own success, not me. Alright, so I think that's all, and we can end this. Thank you all so much for your time and the attention. Love this attention. Alright. Yeah.
Ask Jian Li what GPA he get, how did he go through his 2 years in ITE to be able to go into poly. Okay, because his case is a bit unique. He did not exactly get 3.5 to go into poly. So how did he manage to go into poly with that GPA? What helped him? Okay, so I think it's some things that you can ask. Anyone who has questions before I let Jian Li mention something about that? Not for now. Okay, Jian Li, can you just...
Oh, okay. How I got in Poly with my GPA, yes, that's a very unique way of getting in. So for you to go in Poly through EAE is 3.5. And for JPAE, I would say from a Nitec student, you need at least 3.9 or 4. So it's really high. So I went for the EAE choice. When I was year 1, I already know I'm going to go in through EAE. And if that's the only way I can go in through EAE. If not, I will just cry, okay? So EAE was really important to me. So when I was about to end my end my year 2 in ITE, it was like, I think it was November, I saw my GPA. It was around 3.3, 3.4, 3.4, around there. So I told myself, hey, shit, I'm missing by like 1 point something for GPA. So what I did was I contacted Miss Rauda. I straight away, I'm very nervous. I went to message Miss Rauda. I say, Miss Rauda, I have my CCA point. What's my CCA point? And she told me it's 1. So I was missing that 0.5 for me to reach above 3.5. So what I did was I collate all my past work, past achievements, past competitions, past events, everything I collate. In I think less than a week or so, I collate everything and I pass it to Miss Rauda. And that's where she helped me with the back-end stuff, the admin. And at the end of the year, I managed to get 1.5 for my CCA point. So I know you guys have 2, right? 0.2. Yes, sorry, 0.2. You guys have 0.2, right? So I got 0.15 at the end of ITE. So with that 0.15, which seems like very little, but for me it was a lot, and I graduated with a GPA of 3.53. Yes, so that's how I managed to get into Poly. All because I really want it and I fight for it. Yeah, so.
Just to add on, can you hear me? Okay, just to add on, I don't want everybody to come to me and then tell me at the end of your 2 years, almost
don't
end
do
of
that,
2 years,
don't do
then you tell me, Che, can you do magic? No, it's not magic that I did to him. It's because he, at every opportunity there is for him to go for shoot, he always say yes to me. Okay? I asked him, hey, got competition, you want to join? Yes. Hey, got project, you want to help? Yes. So all this actually help with the GPA as well, in terms of the CCA point. Okay? So because with all the things that he has done for the school, it actually helped to add on to the hours and help him get the 0.15. It's not magic. You tell me, you come to me, you say, Che, I not enough 0.51 GPA, I cannot do magic. There's no such thing as I can let you easily get one GPA just like that, 0.1 GPA just like that. It's because over the 2 years, he has done a lot. Any kind of project, when we approach him, he always say yes. There's never a time that, sorry, Miss Rauda, I don't want to do. No. During holiday, he come back. Got competition, he try. Whether win or not, he don't care. He just try. And these are all the things that actually help with his portfolio as well. This is why I also mentioned, whatever opportunity you get, grab it. Don't say no. Okay? I just wanted to say, I scared when people come to me, expect me to give GPAs like that.
Yes, it's what you work over the 2 years. And even...
Yeah.
I think even after graduate, I still continue to involve with this project, the Oprah project. Yeah, even after I graduated, I still involved with what IT was doing, and they had this project and I went for it. Then it's another portfolio ahead. Yeah, so grab your chances, when it's there. Yeah.
Okay, I want to emphasize on what he has said. Okay, we are not trying to inculcate a culture where there must be something for you, then I do it for you. That is, I think, is also wrong. Okay, so you must treat it like this is a journey that you will need to embark on where you are seeing everything as an opportunity. Okay, don't have the kind of mentality that competition, what's in it for me? Then you do. That is also very important. I think the mentality you cannot have this kind of mentality when you are trying to achieve something. Okay, it needs to be more all-rounded. You cannot be just purely for your personal gains as well. Okay, so this is something that I think you all need to bear that in mind. Okay.
Okay, any other questions? If not, maybe I have some question for Mr. Desmond. What are the qualities that you would look for when you want to employ fresh graduates?
Fresh graduates. All right. To be honest, I don't look at your A's and B's. I don't. There are a different kind of employers out there. Now, why I say that? Because I'm someone with cats and dogs. Not that I have a lot of cats. I used to have 7 cats, yes. I used to have, and I have a dog, right? But my results are all cats and dogs. But I'm still standing here, right? And I'm still an owner of a company, right? I'm still changing society. What I look out for, or what we look out for, is actually attitude. How much you want it. Like how we decided to invest in Jian Li here. If he hadn't come forward, wanting it so much and being willing to do certain things, without, like what your teacher said just now, everything that you do, you don't do it for a purpose, just for your self-gain. So these are the things we look out for. We look out for your willingness, your attitude. We look out for your portfolio. That's definitely one in our industry. Why do we need your portfolio? To make sure that your talent or what you're good at filming is aligned to what we need. Some of you are good at, he is very good at cinematic film style scene, okay? And he says, he knows that I'm very corporate. Corporate meaning to say that static interview, I know what to ask, I know what to get the interviewee to say and try to dig fish questions out of such. But what he can do, I can't. All right? So that's why the portfolio is very important. You need to really showcase what you are good at. And not, I don't think you want to showcase something that you are not good at but you like to do to me. But maybe when you join a company and then you start to say that, hey, Mr. Desmond, I think I like to do this. Can a company try to do something like this? I would like to try. I think my answer is usually yes. He suggested a few ideas to the company. Yes, we took in, and then we evolved. So, yeah, but before that, these are the things that we look up for more.